balance.
right.
Yeah, but I know that, but I'm just double checking that does it applies to her AHX on her character. But yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
and I've got one more. One of them you figure doomed to self-destruction. Tell that player HX -1. So I think this one may go to Reebok.
Nah.
I don't know why you're coming to that conclusion.
So should we come up with like very little stories about these? Because I think that's useful for like building relationship between the characters before starting play. Like we can think about like why do you think that Reebok is like?
You can start thinking about this, but that's the part when when the HXs are done, I just take a minute or two to look at them, and then I start asking.
Okay.
Because MC also wants to know like what's the story behind some of these. Okay, so I think with Gabe we are. Now it's time for
October.
Okay. Okay, so one of them is my friend. I think I'm just gonna go with Gabe because we already have that +3 history. That just makes a lot of sense to me. So, Gabe, you're my friend, and you have +2 history.
Oh, really quick.
Okay.
It specifies in the rules that history doesn't mean positive, right? Like it could totally be negative history. Yeah. Like you can.
I know.
I just wanted to bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if you get correct me if I'm wrong, but if you get to HX plus or -4, you get experience point, or was it 5?
That's right, and it resets to like plus or -1.
Yeah.
And so, for example, because for me, I can choose if someone if I think there isn't a place in the world that I'm building for someone, I actually get +1 history with them. Right? Because something happened that made me think, this world doesn't have a place for this person.
Yeah, basically the HX just represents how well you think you know that character, or rather how well you know the character.
Yeah, okay. But still, if we're friends, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. So we probably have some histories. So Gabe +2 history.
Okay, thanks.
And then one of them is my lover. Well, I have a thing for like mechanical type people.
Yeah, also just like just so you know, you don't exactly need to choose all 3 of them, because you just choose 1, 2, or 3. But just like Gabe went with all 3 of them because it made sense for their.
Okay. Ty, I think you're my lover if you're cool with that. So you get +1 history.
I love how lover gives you less history than. It's very challenging, right?
Yes. Let's see. And then one of them is in love with me. I don't really feel like figuring that out. So just everyone else gets 0 history, I guess.
Do I think there's a place for you in the world I am building? Sure. So I just take 0. Actually, No, I don't think there's a place for you in the world I'm building. That's fine. I think you're a bit too manipulative, so I'm something about the way I think of you has to change, or,
Okay. If nobody, I think people use their counters to that. So, October is done with HXs, and now Reebok, Mr. Destruction and Protector of Optimism with Force, Deadly Force.
That's right. Okay, so I'm gonna play through these because I think they're interesting. So, someone who's fought shoulder to shoulder with me, I'm gonna say that's Gabe. So Gabe, you'll get HX person once left me bleeding and did nothing for me. I feel like that's something that John Hope probably would do.
What? Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you decide that he did it, then then I will start asking questions, and then we together
Okay. Yeah,
think why.
I think we can make something interesting out of that. Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. So that's HX -2.
-2, awesome.
And then this one is going to sound kind of like a no-brainer, but I choose the character that I think is the prettiest, and that's definitely got to be October, right as the Skinner. So
I
you'll get
hope so. I'm doing something wrong if not.
You'll get HX +2 also.
And then I also give you +1 on my sheet because I don't think there's a future for you as you are what that I am building.
That's right. And then so Ty, you'll get HX 0 for me.
Yeah, because everyone else gets
Right.
0.
Right.
So are you done?
Yes, I'm sorry. That's all of mine.
So mine's literally just on your turn. Tell everyone HX +1. You're an open book. Like I'm an open book. Everybody gets +1.
Oh yeah, I have that too. I forgot about it.
Wait, hold on. So, John...
Everybody who didn't get a specific one from me also gets +1. I didn't notice.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Okay. Wait, so John, you give me a -1, right? A
+1.
-1? Oh,
+1.
okay.
Everybody gets +1 from me.
Okay.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay. I thought you
'Cause I'm
said...
open book.
Okay.
He was talking about his own thing, like his
Yeah.
recording of your.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
That's it for my turn.
That's exactly the only thing that Aston has. Wow. Okay, and it's Ty.
Okay. So, John, I find you the most strange. You get HX +1.
Awesome.
Oh, I forgot on your turn. You also get +1 because I also figure you for the biggest problem. Biggest potential problem.
Nice. I think that's for you. For stuff on your turn, that's for you. Like you get +1 with me on your sheet.
So, okay.
So that is the number John gave you. You
Plus
would
one.
add +1 to that number on your sheet.
Okay.
Like he thinks your relationship is at a certain level, or based on his perception, it's like that. But for you, it has a different kind of meaning.
Okay. Yeah, you still get the +1 for the biggest potential problem.
Similarly, even though I get a -1, I think from Ty as the default. I think Ty is the smartest character, so I would give her a +1 on my sheet. So like I would have 0 instead of -1 for me writing that down. Yeah.
Okay. Also, everybody gets HX -1 from me. I'm kind of strange.
Okay, that use with HXs. Now just give me just moments to actually look through the HXs and figure out what to do, because right now this is like the character creation and the what happens next with the questions and building up backstories and scenes it already is part of the first session of the usual campaign for Apocalypse. So just give me just a moment. Well, you know what? I will call a 5-minute bathroom break or something if you want to get something to eat. And
That sounds like a plan.
yeah, I will have time to think about what questions I want to ask, and we see each other in 5 minutes.
Yep.
So I looked through access, and sometimes it goes smoother, sometimes not. But I think what I need to begin with is that because Ty has workspace, that automatically puts her in her place in a position that you get a question like, where is your workspace? Like, how does the like nearest surroundings look like?
My workspace is in a building that at one point might have been one of these American style motels, you know.
Awesome.
Nice.
So it's kind of out of the way. There's a something that was at some point a city, maybe let's say 10 kilometers away. But other than that,
Yeah, you don't need to go about the specifics of the cities. Okay, so there is some ruins of civilization apart from your base is basically workspace is basically a former motel, like surrounding like this is. I hope it's not, but it's really up to you, because every time I hear the environment itself is just like typical post-apocalypse wasteland, like desert. So in this case, is it a desert, or this is like, okay, post-apo, but there are some like mutated trees or something?
So like more Fallout or more Mad Max, right? That's the question.
Or it could go like The Last of Us, where it's like
Yeah.
I haven't
beautiful
seen any
trees.
of them. I don't watch a lot of TV. Sorry.
Well, The Last of Us is a video game. It's zombies,
I know.
sort of. So it's like beautiful, like nature taking over everything. So like trees growing in the middle of buildings.
Actually, to be honest, has any of you seen the documentation? I think it was called After Us or something like that.
Yes,
The
well,
whole
part of it.
Yeah, okay. That's the whole what happens when humans disappear and nature takes over again. Actually, I was thinking about that more.
If you are cool with that, I'm absolutely cool with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I don't really care.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, something happened. There is obvious signs of destruction, but yeah, the main theme is that the nature is taking over. So I imagine the usual day for Ty is that she takes a chainsaw or something, rips it up, and then starts cutting down vines that are like sprawling on the
I mean, I don't think the plant life has like accelerated growth. It's just that no one has kept it in line for the last 50 years, right?
Yeah.
So if you cut down the vines like once every 2 weeks, that's enough.
Yeah,
I have to cut down vines in my own where I live actually, and it's actually enough if you do it once a year.
Okay, if that's what you go with, then I'm so cool with that, because as I said, it's really the word that. Okay, so we have
no desert. No.
Okay, so we know that how the world looks like. We have the main. Okay, and before we like get to the main point, not the main point, like we ask the main question. So how the hell do you end up together? Let's start going by the separate like connections between players. So yeah, there are obviously like 2 characters that I want to do at first, or 3, because those connections are always the most like fun. Let's go with Gabe, and obviously you have the biggest amount of story with October and John.
Yeah.
So let's go with like October. It specifies that she saved your life. And may I hear about like...
No, she helped me save somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah,
so...
like I was just like, I was willing to help. I was like, oh, let me give you a hand. So, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I kind of want to hear more about that specific like situation.
Okay. So I guess that we found this kid who had been attacked by an animal, and there was a problem because he was still in a kind of danger zone, and October helped me drag him out of it so we could actually save him.
Okay, so problem with animal life, maybe or maybe not mutate, and October kind of helped you deal.
If we're doing vicious nature, then well, let's add some animal life to it.
I like that. And maybe that was, I don't know, maybe we were already friends or that was the start of our friendship. I don't know.
Yeah, that probably would be my second question. Like, does that like was the start of like, okay, you realize you work well together and you are compatible characters, so it kind of clicked and you became friends. That's how.
Yeah, like we
I think
we
that
realized
sounds
we
good.
had similar values and like I'm like, oh, you're cool, and you were like, oh, you're cool too. So we just started hanging out more and became friends.
Okay. Also, a question like specific to Angel, to Gabe. Like, what type of like Angel you are? Are you like the type of the guy, like Angel that goes around and helps everyone who can, or like? Well, if you want help and you are still alive to ask for it, you need to pay me, or how does it look like?
They are, I guess, okay, she is a bit of a withdrawn person, so she usually doesn't even reveal that she's an angel and that she can help people unless the situation goes really critical. Then she's like, well, okay, I can get up and help them. But she's not like going to treat any minor scratch or anything like that. Only when somebody is like really bruised, that's when she actually reveals that she knows how to help.
Okay, so you're not revealing your abilities unless absolutely necessary
Yeah.
to avoid attention.
So the history that John and Gabe have together, should we just leave that like unspecified? Because like, oh yeah, they have like history together, but we're just not gonna get into it, or how are we gonna treat that?
Yeah, like I think that there are some DMs that could probably pull off the noodle incident. So okay, there is some story, but we are not talking about. But I'm not that type of DM, so I probably, the second person that has some kind of story with Gabe is John, because he was beside Gabe and he's seen some shit. They seen some shit together.
Yeah.
And like,
we have.
I don't know. Do you have any ideas how?
Do you have any specific ideas about that?
Yeah, not if you have any suggestions, go for it.
Well, if you have an idea, we can go with that, because I have an idea, but it would also totally work with the history that Reebok and I have together. So I don't really like. You can go for it if you have an idea.
Not really. I don't think of anything very specific.
Okay. So I think we, and possibly also Reebok, we can see about that, were witness to a community that we kind of lived with and kind of helped out, and we interacted with them. Basically being burned to the ground. Like, we were away for a bit, and when we came back, there was a raid going on, and there were like raiders attacking this community, and most people when we came back were already dead, and we like tried to save what we could, but we basically were like fighting against a force stronger than us, because there were just so many of them.
Yeah, fighting against him.
Yeah, we were fighting against impossible odds, and we had to like run away basically and save ourselves and like the little we could.
Yeah.
And that's like, the moment when like Reebok, you kind of made him to stay behind and like.
No, I have something for that, but I can get into that once we go on to Reebok.
Yeah, because remember
and
you like this.
Idea
Yeah, the scenes and histories, because time is a flexible thing. They don't need to happen one after another. Like the time, it works best if the time is not specified. Only like, okay, that was before that or after that, not like week before that or a week after that. Just very mentions of time.
We like saw a bunch of people that we kind of cared about die basically and lose everything, and we formed a bond over that.
Okay, I just want to clarification. Was it at this point that October was already a friend of Gabe, or this was after?
Maybe before, actually.
Wait, we were friends before, or this happened before we were friends?
Up to you. That's why I'm asking.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, because it would mean that we had to separate somehow, regardless of whether it happened before or after. So I don't know. Maybe Gabe had that crazy suicidal adventure, and then he decided that he just she just needs a bit of a break from hanging out with his buddies. So, and that's when he met October.
Or maybe October was friends with Gabe, but then I don't know. October was like holed up in a hotel somewhere, getting a bunch of barters from
Oh yeah, all
people.
that.
And Gabe got bored and went out and made friends. And either way, I don't
And
really
regretted it.
So just so I'm getting this right, like Gabe, after the incident with that settlement, Gabe was like, I'm done with you guys. This is like too much. I can't stay with you. This is like maybe even a bit like damaged from the experience, because we saw some pretty fucked up shit in that like settlement going on. Especially, I mean, I did. I don't know if you could specify that, but I think there was some fucked up shit to be seen that we were like, oh god, this is like holy shit. And
Yeah.
they were like, okay, let's just go away. And then they found Gabe found October after that, when they were like, look, Reebok, John, I've known you guys for a bit now, but I need goodbye.
I need vacation.
I need
Or-
somebody normal in my life.
I
Yeah.
mean, does it even like? I haven't played this game before, so like, are we all brand new meeting for the first time? Like, we can't be.
No,
We
like
can't-
the purpose of the connections age and age access are like when the first proper scenes start is like the characters already known one another.
Okay.
This is one of the principles. You know one another, you work together, but you don't need to like each other.
No, that's fine. I just was wondering, like, is there anything in the rules that prevents us from like being an established group already when the game starts?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it works. It usually is already established group, but what we are asking
Okay.
now is your past, like how you met, how you connected, what's your history.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so maybe I don't know if you guys necessarily had to take a break from each other. Like, you could have gotten together, like as a group, and done those things, and then just stayed together as a group, and then maybe I came in and Ty came
No,
in.
I
or-
like the idea of Gabe going off saying, I need a break from you guys. Or maybe not even a break. Maybe I don't dislike you guys, but right now I don't want to see you again. Something like that. Then found October and kind of built up, and maybe we,
And maybe after some time, Gabe returned to you guys to motel with October. That's
Yeah, and that's how I met y'all.
Yeah, sounds good.
okay. So having that out of the way, second most interesting scene. John, you left Reebok on almost certain death. What the fuck is with this?
So there was a situation where I had to make a choice to either wait, let me
And
just
you know what? Sorry, I will ask otherwise. Reebok.
yeah, Reebok maybe
What
first.
type of gunlag are you? Like cold-blooded mercenary? I mean, I know you right now, currently with the current group on the present day, you are protect optimism with deadly force, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say that in the past I might have had a more level-headed, pragmatic, maybe even diplomatic outlook, but those days are long gone for sure. That's distant memories. These days, it's stay alive and stamp out any